Well, hello, welcome. I'm glad that you're with us here as we continue our chronological read through of the Bible. Our reading today begins with chapter 24 of Ezekiel, where, amazingly enough, God reveals to Ezekiel the exact day that Babylon begins its siege of Jerusalem. Remember, Ezekiel is in Babylon. He's several weeks' journey from Jerusalem, and yet God tells him exactly on the day that the siege has begun. Now, another parable is used here. It's the parable of a pot. It would appear that this is a corroded pot that's used to boil some stew. The cleansing fire burns with such intensity that everything is consumed, the pot and its contents, everything. The idea is this: God's wrath has reached its fullness. This will happen, and God will not relent. Now, Ezekiel did not have an easy job. He received from the Lord hard words, and he had to deliver those hard words to a people that didn't want to hear them. Often Ezekiel himself was an object lesson for the people, which is exactly what happens next. God tells Ezekiel that he will take away Ezekiel's wife. She will die, and he is not to mourn her. This is, of course, highly unusual, which is the point. Through this action, God is telling the exiles that they are not to allow their spirit to be broken when they find out that the temple has been desecrated. For it is not their sanctuary, it's not their hope, it's not their pride. Yahweh is their sanctuary, their hope, and their pride, not the temple. God further tells Ezekiel that a fugitive will escape, and he will deliver the news of destruction to them. And then Ezekiel shall speak again. He will no longer be mute. A hard thing to understand completely, but maybe indicating that a new message will come from Ezekiel after the prophesied destruction has been completed and acknowledged. Now, at this point, God begins to give Ezekiel oracles against foreign nations. There are five in chapter 25: Ammon, Moab, Edom, Syre, and Philistia. Moab is accused of believing Judah is no different than any other nation. But the truth is, they've been called and blessed by God. The Edomites had ganged up on Judah when Babylon laid siege to Jerusalem. Each nation has its own form of the same sin. Chapter 26 is a prophecy against the Phoenicians and its capital of Tyre. Her people took great pride in persecuting God's people, but they will now receive their due. This is followed in chapter 27 with a lament for Tyre, which may seem a little bit odd. Indeed, it appears to set up a pattern of a prophecy of destruction being followed by a lament for those destroyed. Why would God request a lament for Tyre or any other nation whom he judges so harshly? Well, possibly it reinforces that God takes no delight in the death of the wicked. Possibly it is to remind us that no one, not even Tyre, who seemed to have been admired by Judah for her ability to escape the wrath of the Babylonians up until that point, no one will escape the judgment of God. May God be with you and bless you. As always, I pray that our time together is helpful, that this helps you to understand what's going on in the readings that you're doing. Look forward to gathering with you again the next time.